Hello, this is Derek. So, this is it. If I were given one ride to do before I died, this would probably be the one I pick. Paradise Loop in Crested Butte, Colorado. This ride, well, before we dive into the logistics of the ride, let's take a look at the elevation profile to give you a sense of what's going on here. So, this ride is almost 37 miles long, involves about 6,300 feet of climbing and descending. This is your way out of town here, the lower loop area. This begins your climb up to Paradise Divide. That's Paradise Divide. Here you drop down into Elko Park, connect up with Gothic Road, climb 401, ride down 401, hit Rustler's Gulch, climb up another section of 401, and then down into Gothic, and then up Gothic Road, up Crested Butte Mountain Resort trails, down those trails, catch the upper loop, and then Tony's, and then you're back in town. All right. Altogether, that'll probably take about 4.5, 5.5 hours, depending on how much time you stop. Okay, so let's dive into the notes here. So this ride starts and finishes in the Visitor Center and at the corner of Highway 135 and Elk Avenue. Highway 135 is probably the highway you came in on. So you head out of there up Elk Avenue and then take a right on 1st or 2nd Street, get over to Butte, which is the last street north here, and then you're going to take a left onto Woods Walk trails. And then that trail parallels Peanut Lake Road for a little while. It's going to pop you back out to Peanut Lake Road for about a quarter mile, and then you're going to take this far right single track lower loop trail here. And then it's going to come up to an intersection, and then you're going to want to hop on the KB Connector Trail just because it's a little more interesting than the lower loop. And then after that, lower loop eventually brings you here to the, after you pop out to Gunsight Pass Road, brings you out to Gunsight Bridge. And then right after Gunsight Bridge, there's a little trail that goes up to the right and then forks to the right, and that's going to bring you up to Slate River Road. And this Slate River Road is going to go up the Slate River drainage through the little town of Pittsburgh there, and this officially begins your climb up to Paradise Divide. When you get to the top of Paradise Divide, you just want to stay on County Road 734 and then drop down into Elko Park here, which is down at the bottom. And then just after you get to the park, you're going to tee into County Road 317, which is Gothic Road. And you'll be on that just for a second. And then on your left is going to be Trail Riders 401. You're going to climb up Trail Riders 401, and right before you start your descent, you're going to be greeted with some amazing views of Crested Butte Mountain there. And then so you rip down that downhill, and you're briefly going to get on Rustler's Gulch 4-wheel drive road, and then right here, this is 401, goes into Rustler's Gulch 4-wheel drive road, and then you'll join up again with Trail Riders 401 before you cross the creek. Then eventually you get another section of Trail Riders to do, but you're going to eventually pop back out into Gothic Road and wind up in the little town of Gothic. And here there's a little potable water tap here about this, the Gothic General Store. So right behind that is the water tap, and there's even a new restroom there now, which is a nice new feature. So after that, you get back on Gothic Road, take it out to Mount Crested Butte, and then you'll take a left here on Mountain View Road, and then you'll take another left on Kokanee Avenue, and then you'll scoot around underneath this bridge here to start up the Meander Trail, and you'll ride it all the way up to Primer and take one of the routes downhill. This route includes a luge downhill, but there's many alternatives. So anyways, they're all going to bring you to the base area. And what you're going to do is pop behind these buildings here and get on Snowmass Road and then take a left there on Hunter Hill, and that's going to bring you around to the upper loop here, which is in this hairpin corner. So you're going to want to hop on that, and upper loop is going to take you down to Tony's. Tony's comes down to McCormick Ranch Road there, and then McCormick Ranch Road turns into Elk Avenue, which is going to bring you back to the Crested Butte Visitor Center. So that's it. That's probably my favorite, one of my favorite, definitely the last ride I would probably choose if I were about to die and only had one left. So that's it. Paradise Loop, Crested Butte, Colorado.